Hello, YouTube. This is part two. In part one, I talked about the sprocket hub bolts. You should upgrade them, thread lock them, repack your wheel bearings, check your spokes for tightness, or your clutch bushing. Check your crank arm, make sure they're tight on their secure thread locker if you have to. Another thing you should do on a new bike. Now, this is different because this is a 2019. So it has a different jack shaft. In fact, this isn't even stock jack shaft. I put my own jack shaft in here. But anyway, the 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24 have a spline jack shaft, and it's held on with a bolt right in the center. Well, upgrade that bolt to an upgrade. The Chinese bolts tend to shear off when you tighten them. Upgrade it and Loctite it in on both sides because they tend to fall out and leave you walking. Okay. Now, of course, you should upgrade the brakes, either line pull hydraulic or full hydraulic. The mechanical stock brakes, if they're adjusted, if you keep them adjusted, they'll slow you down and stop you eventually. They won't do a panic stop. So just be prepared. Okay, those are like the main things just to keep the bike on the road. Then you need to get into stuff like upgrading the chains. The stock chains stretch real quick, wear out, come loose, start to kink, make noise. So put an upgraded chain on there. I recommend a gold racing chain. The clutch is a number 35 Iris go-kart racing chain. The back 415 is a Regina Gold. So right there in chains, it's about $70 just in two chains. But it's worth it. Because these chains, they're pre-stretched. They work smooth. They're hardened steel. They're premium. They just don't give you any trouble. Another good upgrade to do is a lot of guys get rid of these stock forks. They're kind of flimsy, kind of weak. They spend $150, $250, $300 on some good quality suspension forks. And that's a good upgrade to do. Another thing is handlebars. The stock handlebars are real low and come across straight. So you're in a lean over position. And it's not comfortable. These handlebars here are Z-bars. So it raises it up about 3 inches. And it pulls it back about 4.5, 5 inches from stock. So you get more of an upright seating position. And some of the upgrades I've done is fenders, flared fenders. These are really hard to find. Governor bypass. Mine's down there. It's real crude. It's just a bunch of wires wrapped together tight between the linkage and the governor arm. So it doesn't modulate. So you get, if you get tired of doing 17 mile an hour, bypass the governor and kick you up around 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, depending on what you weigh. I made my own air cleaner. Got rid of the stock. That's a foam in there. Keep it oiled. Put a breather filter on there. A new, better gas line. Stock gas line's kind of iffy. Put a speedometer on it. Oh, and I recommend these bar end mirrors. They're mounted in here. This is a rubber mount in here. You turn this bolt, it's a cam and it expands. But it ends up being nice rubber mounted. These things, they don't vibrate. When you look at them going down the road, it's clear. It's a clear picture. I've got them on my sick bed. I like them. Now, here's one. It works. It's a metal mount. It's metal. But this is set up with like a ball socket system, and it's real loose. So it tends to go out of adjustment, and it does vibrate a little. This has also got a AR Sport header on there. Trumpet player. And I built a homemade baffle and put in there to quiet it down. That's about it on the Phatmoto. Chains, hub, sprocket bolts, thread locker, upgraded brakes. You know, good clutch. I don't really recommend putting a torque converter on these small engines. This particular one doesn't put out enough torque to really. A lot of guys do it, and they get it to work. They got to fool with the gearing. But if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. I don't recommend it on this life end. It just doesn't put out enough torque. But that's about it. I got blinkers on it. They're wireless and rechargeable. They're not hardwired. That's about it for the old Phatmoto. Do your maintenance. You know, your wheel bearings. Keep your chains tight. Upgraded chains. Put some good brakes on there. And this thing's reliable. And then the rest is just whatever customized thing you want to do. Racks, saddlebags. Some guys put new pedals on. I don't care about the pedals. I don't pedal anyway. That's about it. I want to call it quits. And I will talk to you later.